When you're talking about fighting as it is,
No rules.
with no rules,
real fighting.
well then baby, you better train every part of your body. When you do punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any camera angle. I mean, you gotta put the whole hip into it and snap it and get all your energy in there and make this into a weapon. Ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. Now, it is very difficult to do. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things, you see what I mean? Blinded by it. Or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, not that, my friend, is very hard to do.
Bruce Lee is celebrated for being a legendary martial artist and actor, but behind the scenes is a far more impressive strength, his commitment to humanity.
Do you still think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
You know what I want to think of myself? As a human being. Because, I mean, I don't want to sound like, as Confucius say, but under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different. When I look around, I always learn something, and that is to be always yourself and to express yourself, to have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it.
As he promoted seeing the potential in every individual person, Bruce also recognized the intrinsic beauty of the natural world and how it is connected to humanity. Time and time again, when he was asked about his martial arts training, he would always refer to one thing: water.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now, you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Well, Kung Fu, the best example would be a glass of water. Why? Because water is the softest substance in the world, but yet it can penetrate the hardest rock or anything, granite, you name it. Water also is insubstantial. By that I mean you cannot grasp hold of it. You cannot punch it and hurt it. So every Kung Fu man is trying to do that, to be soft like water and flexible and adapt itself to the opponent.
Bruce strongly believed that fighting should be as purposeful as water is to human life. Despite his capacity for it, Bruce was against violence. If there is no purpose for it, then it should not exist.
It's all right as long as the script justifies it. But I definitely do not agree to put something in there just for the heck of it because it is an exploitation. My reaction is that, first of all, why do I start fighting? See what I'm saying?
Motivation.
Definitely. You see, but it seems like to be the thing now that they go for blood, sex, just really for the sake of sex and really for the sake of blood. I hope that the picture I am in would either explain why the violence was done, whether right or wrong or whatnot. But unfortunately, pictures, most of them here, are done mainly just for the sake of violence. You know what I mean? Like, fighting for 30 minutes, get stabbed.
Before pursuing acting, Bruce created a martial arts school in Seattle. He was known as a teacher to many other actors and celebrities. Bruce himself, though, learned martial arts in Hong Kong. While learning Chinese Kung Fu, he was met with resistance. Bruce Lee was a quarter European, and there was belief that his style of martial arts should not be taught to foreigners. Perhaps it was that obstacle that had influenced some of Bruce Lee's beliefs and philosophies around martial arts later on.
A number of styles of fighting, karate, judo, Chinese boxing.
Yes.
And it's a question you must have been asked hundreds of times before.
Yes.
Which do you think is the most effective?
You see, my answer to that is this. There is no such thing as an effective segment of a totality. By that I mean, I personally do not believe in the word style. Why? Because unless there are human beings with 3 arms and 4 legs, unless we have other group of beings on earth that are structurally different from us, then there might be a different style of fighting. Now, why is that? Because we have 2 hands and 2 legs now. The important thing is how can we use it
then you ask yourself, how can you honestly express yourself at that moment? And being yourself, when you punch, you really want to punch. Not you want to punch because trying to avoid not getting hit, but to really be in with it and express yourself. That is, to me, the most important thing, and that is, how can I, in the process of learning how to use my body, to understand myself? Now, the unfortunate thing is, now there's boxing, which use hands, judo, which is throwing. Now, I'm not putting them down, mind you, but I'm saying one thing that is the bad thing, that is, because of style, people are separated. They are not united together because styles became law.
Bruce Lee popularized martial arts movies in the West. He broke down Asian stereotypes in film. He won Hong Kong Lifetime Achievement Award, Star of the Century Award, and was one of Time Magazine's 100 most important people of the century. Even today, there is still so much we can learn from his work and wisdom.
All type of knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge. So therefore, they're coming in to, and ask me to teach them not so much of how to defend themselves or how to do somebody in. Rather, they want to learn to express themselves through some movement, be it anger, be it determination, or whatsoever. So in other words, what I'm saying, therefore, is that he is paying me to show him in combative form the art of expressing the human body.
I have no fear of opponent in front of me, but I'm very self-sufficient, that they do not bother me. And that should I fight, should I do anything, I have made up my mind, and that's it, baby. You better kill me before